The first to bring you the hottest DJ gear on the planet. We are agiprodj.com.
Hello everybody, it's DJ Ty from agiprodj.com. Today we're doing a versus video. It's head-to-head from the same manufacturer, the Denon SC2900. Brand new CD player on the market, non-spinning jog wheel, one of the firsts for Denon, versus the SC3900, and this is their player that came out a few months ago, 9-inch motorized jog wheel. Goes for that old school turntable feel. So what we want to do is take a look in this versus video at some differences between the two of them, and then some really cool features in case you're mixing these up. Let's say you've got two of each, two 3900s, two 2900s. These will actually share data. It's a really cool feature. So I've got a USB drive plugged in here on my 2900. These are both actually connected into our network here in the house. And so what I've got here is I pressed link, and now I'm able to actually read all the tracks that are available on this thumb drive. So imagine, if you will, you've got two 2900s, you've got another session mixer in the middle, two 3900s, a mixture of them all. It doesn't matter. They're cross-compatible, so you can have one hard drive, everybody can share the music. You could have two hard disks, two separate systems can share music there. But what's nice is you're not having to actually replicate hard drives. You don't have to have 2 and 3 copies of your music, one connected to each player. You've got the ability to connect these up. Other great feature of having them linked up with Ethernet is the ability to use the Engine software, which gives you iOS access to creating playlists, getting songs ready, browsing your library. You can load tracks from Engine on iOS. You can also do the same thing with a Mac and a Windows-based version of Engine that's available through Denon. We're not really going to touch on that. What we want to do in this video is take a look at similarities and then differences of the two. So obviously they're two completely different decks. SC2900 7-inch non-motorized jog wheel. You know, there's no motorized torque here. It's you do have torque adjustment. We covered that in the overview video. Hot cues, looping, auto looping, plays from a USB stick. Nice display, gives you access to CD tracks, your USB tracks, link mode, which I just covered, where you can actually link decks together and share source material, and then MIDI mode. On the SC3900, we'll go ahead and take a look at that right now. You've got 9-inch jog wheel with variable torque adjustment. It's got settings to make it an old school feel. 1200, you just basically set it to the arrows and you're all set to go. But this is a motorized jog wheel, so it does have some give to it. It's a completely different take from what they've done with the 2900. But you can actually go into MIDI mode, and there's two different modes. There's normal and then hybrid mode. What hybrid mode does is that gives you control for Serato Scratch Live and timecode driven software. You put it in hybrid, you connect the outputs of your 3900 into your inputs on your Serato Scratch Live interface, on your Rain mixer, and this DSP inside of the 3900 generates a timecode signal that pushes the software. So you run it in relative mode, and this is where it becomes hybrid, is this is pushing timecode, but all the MIDI is still active. So your hot cues, your looping, auto looping, everything is available and controllable from the 3900, but it's generating the timecode. At the time of launch, the SC2900 is Tractor 2 compatible. And coming up in December, they're looking at adding hybrid mode onto this as well. So that's big news. A couple people have asked, and we wanted to get that information out there right away. Silvio from Denon wanted to make sure everybody knew about that. Hybrid mode is coming out of the box. It's not, but it is going to be available in a firmware update. So Serato Scratch Live DJs, you can use timecode CDs to start with, and then hybrid mode will be available, again, using the DSP on board, and then a hybrid MIDI control. So you've got surface here for cue points and loops, auto loops and whatnot. But then you get the non-motorized Pretty Eclipse wheel. They're available also. So this is, as you can see, there's a lot of similarities between the two. The cue point section, the looping section, auto loop is exactly the same between the two of them. Really the only glaring difference between them is this right here. And the 2900 has slip mode, which is, we can go into here. You engage slip mode, and what happens is it takes off again from where you left off. So again, it can make somebody like me that doesn't know how to scratch actually sound like they halfway know what they're doing. 3900 does not have slip mode. It has the old school dump feature, which is a 4 count in reverse and then picks back up where it left off. But as you can see here, no slip mode on the 3900. LEDs are different. So aesthetically, the 29 has got blue LEDs up here in the corner for the looping and the cue points. Auto loops are red button. On the 3900s, it's all orange LEDs and then red for the hot loop, so, or for the auto cue. Lots of similarities and lots of differences between the two. There's people out there that want that other big name manufacturer feel, and well, hell, we'll just say it. Everybody wants the Pioneer jog wheel. What they've done with this is it's a different take on the jog wheel. The 2900 doesn't have those roller wheels underneath, so you don't have that Pioneer sound underneath. Obviously, they wanted to do their own thing. This is actually mounted on a metal shaft, and it's centered on the shaft. It doesn't have a set of roller wheels and encoders underneath of it, and so it's a touch-sensitive platter. So it is definitely a different design. It's not like they went and pulled that design off, copied a manufacturer. They came up with their own take on a touch-sensitive platter. So we have it here on the SC2900. Fantastic job. This is a cool-looking deck. I mean, it's obvious. It's got some flash to it. People dig the Eclipse wheel with the different color modes and whatnot. We do too. We're super excited to see hybrid mode, myself personally, being a Serato Scratch Live DJ. But Tractor guys, it's ready to go out of the box. Tractor 2 compatible. You download the TSIs from Denon and you're all set. That's it. Versus video comparison head-to-head, SC2900, SC3900 from Denon DJ. I'm DJ Ty from agiprodj.com. Thanks so much for watching today.